I have my favorite wigs from BelleTress's City Collection in all different colors. So not only am I going to show you each wig and go over the details of why I love them so much, but also I'll be able to show you the comparison from one color to the next so that hopefully when you're at home watching this video, you can decide for yourself which color is going to suit you the best. Now, what I absolutely love about the City Collection is not only are all of their wigs super light density, there's no permatease on any of them. The colors are extremely natural and beautiful. And these are the softest fibers I have felt in a really long time. All of these wigs are a basic wefted cap and they all have a mono part. So let's first start with the wig I'm wearing on my head right now, and it's called Beverly Hills by BelleTress in the color Milkshake Blonde R. And I love this color. Let's get up close and have a look at this beautiful color, shall we? So you have a mixture of light sandy brown highlighted with light ash blonde, and then you also have a hint of light platinum blonde with a medium root color. So this wig has got dimension. It's not just one solid color or like one solid base. You have different variances of color just like stripped all the way through, and it's stunning. This is the type of color you go outside, you're walking down the street and someone comes up to you and literally stops you to ask you about your hair. What color is it? Who did your color? Where did you get it done in the city? I need to go see them. I get stopped all the time with this color and with the crushed almond blonde, which I will show you in a second. Now, this is some of the softest fiber that I have ever felt on a synthetic wig. But because this wig is this length, it will get tangled, so please don't get me wrong. Longer synthetic wigs just naturally are prone to more tangles to begin with because of the type of fiber, and especially if you're wearing like t-shirts or high necks or turtlenecks and your wig is gonna rub up against them, you're definitely going to get some tangling. But that's not abnormal. Longer synthetic wigs just naturally will tangle more than a shorter synthetic wig would. Now, what's cool about actually all of these styles is the fact that they're all heat friendly. So let's say you get this wig out of the box and like, okay, all of them are like flipping in. You like the way it looks, but maybe you have like one that's just, I don't know, you don't like the way it looks. You can go and take your straightener or your curler and you can flip it the other way, for example. You can create any sort of look that you want. And when your wig gets to the point of, oh, it's so tangly, I don't know what to do with it anymore, what the heck do I do? You can go and refresh it with hot tools. And in fact, and please pay attention to this because not everyone does this, when you have a heat-friendly wig, if you get any of these wigs, please remember you must use heat on it from a hot tool to keep it living a long life. Don't avoid heat. Some people hear the word synthetic wig and so they think they have to stay away from heat altogether. Don't touch it with hot tools. That's going to damage it. It's going to kill the fiber. But actually, when it's a heat-friendly synthetic fiber, it is made to withstand heat to a certain temperature. And I'll put the correct temperature below this video in the description, but please put heat on it. That is the only way to refresh your heat-friendly wig and have it looking like brand new again. If you take anything away from this video, please take that with you. Now, the other color I have that I want to compare, it's actually in the exact same style. So this wig too is also Beverly Hills, except this color is in raw sugar blonde. So we have a little bit of a different mix. And take a look at the rooting system too. You actually have the same rooting system. It's just the rest of the hair that is a different blend. I also want you to take note of how quick it is to put these wigs on your head because all of them come with ear tabs. So that means it's a completely glueless install. All you have to do is dip your head in, pull the wig over your bun, and flip your head up. That's it. And then adjust it, of course. Put the ear tabs so that they're equal on both sides, like right at your temple above your ear. And there you have it. That's it. And your wig is just gonna sit on your head. It's not gonna go anywhere. You can literally flip your head around. The wind can blow. You can go on a roller coaster. I've tested this. If you're wearing a wig grip underneath and the cap fits you, it's not going anywhere. By the way, all of these wigs are average in size, average cap size. So even though I have a petite head circumference, you would think, well, hey, I shouldn't be able to wear this wig. But I can because I'm wearing a wig grip and I've done up the adjusters at the nape of the neck just a little bit. So that's the benefit of all these wigs Wigs, guys, is it has everything you need in the cap. So you've got the adjusters, they're Velcro, you just take them off and make it tighter or looser depending on the circumference of your head. And then because you have these incredibly soft ear tabs that are just gonna lie at your temples, it means you don't have to damage your own hair underneath. You don't have to take the extra time in the morning to go and put tape or glue or all those things because you're worried that your wig is gonna slip. Your wig is not gonna slip because of these features. So that's absolutely incredible. That's why I love these synthetic wigs. Not only do they look great straight out of the box and you don't have to style them, synthetic wigs don't change. It naturally will come looking like my hair is done. It's fresh right out of the salon, just like this. Now this raw sugar blonde color, it's gorgeous. Again, such a natural, beautiful blend. What we have here is a natural light blonde and honey blonde, pale gold blonde with a base of light brown lowlights. And of course, we also have that medium root color. Step back just to show you what this wig really looks like. This is the front. I love how flippy it is. It's so flippy. And even though you only have a mono part, so like technically your part is supposed to stay on this side of the wig, you can still flip it around. As you can see, I'm still flipping it around. The part is moving, but it's still gonna look real because it has roots. You see, the reason why they want you to keep the part in the actual mono part line there is because if you were to flip your hair over to this side, this is what's underneath the cap. It's not made to look like scalp. But the thing is, when you have a rooted color, you get to flip your hair in any direction and it's gonna conceal anything that is underneath the cap that is not meant to look like scalp. Does that make sense? So you can still be who you wanna be if you're a hair flipper. You can still wear it how you want and not have to worry about something underneath the cap showing that you don't wanna show. Next is the Santa Monica wig, again by BelleTress, same collection, same brand. And the color is caramel blonde R. R again means rooting, and then caramel blonde is this gorgeous color. So let's have a look at it close up. We have light brown roots with a blend of light golden blonde, hint of strawberry blonde, and light auburn with the balance of cool and light blonde highlights. So basically it's a gorgeous blend of warmth, and we do have some cooler tones in there to give it that balance. But overall, it does lean a lot warmer than raw sugar blonde, for example, and definitely even the Milkshake blonde. So I'll hold them up for you to see side by side. Raw sugar, caramel blonde, and Milkshake blonde. I love this style because it has no permatease. Sometimes it's hard to find a super sleek, super straight style that doesn't have any permatease. Like if you want a style to sit really flat and look really natural, this would be my recommendation to you. Again, you have the wefted basic cap underneath, so that's going to allow lots of air to come through. And you are going to get a little bit of stretch in the cap too. So if your head is average or a little bigger, you can still fit this because you're going to get that stretch. And if your head circumference is actually smaller than the average that this cap size is technically, you can still fit it too. You just have to wear your wig grip, most likely, and also just do up the back adjusters. And that's the same for every single one of these wigs because they are considered to be the same size. This wig again has the ear tabs. It's not going to go anywhere when I flip my hair around. It moves so naturally again. It's just the perfect kind of synthetic fiber to have such natural movement, and it is heat friendly, so you can change the style if you want to. The lace front is immaculate, just like the other wigs were. They've placed the lighter pieces up at the front so you don't get those dark knots where the hair has been tied into the cap, so it just looks real, just looks like it's growing out of your head. And that's why I love all of these wigs in these colors. There's no knots, they're completely invisible. The colors are all dimensional. The hair is just to die for soft. There's no permatease. They lie flat, they lie natural. I love that this wig is like off the shoulders, so it's not gonna get as tangled as fast as like the Beverly Hills wigs would have. This wig is just such a great length. This wig is called Newport in the color Cake Batter Blonde. It sounds good and it looks beautiful. Now, I am not really used to this color. This is typically not the color I generally wear. I usually prefer rooted colors, but a lot of you don't like rooted colors and a lot of you like the warmer tones. So if that is you, maybe you would like this color. It is definitely a warmer blend and it's short and it's cute and it's soft. Let's talk about this color though. We've got a neutral beige color blonde mixed with a medium dark blonde, and it's highlighted with an ash blonde. So we definitely have that dimension in color. Again, it's not just a solid color. We have lots of blending going on. So even though you do have cool tones in here with that ash blonde, the majority of the color is warmer in tone. So that's why it's appearing more warm to the eye. But rest assured, it's not a solid color. And I think that's what makes these wigs look so realistic, because natural hair does have a bit of a blend, right? Like when the sun hits your natural hair, you're getting a different blend. Maybe some highlights are in there. And so with these wigs, they've tried to create that, right? And I think that they did a really good job. The lace front just blends into your skin beautifully. It's basically not there. Like the knots are totally invisible because this is lighter synthetic hair. So obviously when it's been tied into the cap at the front, you're not going to see any dark knots. It's just going to look like scalp underneath. And that's the beauty of these wigs, is that it's just the lace fronts are just beautifully done. Yes, you could say that it is a little thick going across, and if you feel that way when you get it, you can definitely pluck some hairs out. Like I've done that before. On the Beverly Hills wigs, you don't need to do that. I feel like it's thin enough. It looks thin enough at the front of the hairline. This one may look a little thicker, but even still, I feel like you can get away with not plucking it. But I'm just saying, like, if you feel the need and you want to, you can. Also, I believe we're still in the crisscross here. Yeah, we are. I didn't even take this out of the crisscross. When wigs come to your door and you take them out of the box, they naturally will have like a little crisscross in them. At least like synthetic wigs from these brands, they always have the crisscross. That's how you know one of the things to check for. Oh, it's a brand new wig. It has the crisscross. Anyways, just take your fingers and you can take out that crisscross if you don't want it there. This is all I do. I just kind of like fluff it out with my fingers. It's really simple. And again, this wig also has a part that technically you're supposed to keep your wig in, right? Like on that side. I don't always follow the rules. I like to flip my hair around. I often like to break wig rules. Like, it's fine. Like, basically do what you want, right? I'm just trying to show you, because some people are scared, like, oh, it's just a mono part. So what if I don't want to keep my part there? You don't have to. You can see me flipping it around. You can do the same. Just be bold in your movements. Ooh, that's a new phrase. Be bold and confident in your movements. Because I've worn wigs for so long now, I gotta tell you this little story. When I go out with friends or family, we're anywhere, I don't think about it anymore as it's a wig on my head. I don't think of it like that. Now I think this is my hair. And because it's my hair on my head, and I genuinely feel like it is hair, not fake, I will do what I naturally do with hair. And I always have my hands in my hair and I'm always flipping it back and forth. And people have told me who know that I wear wigs, they're like, wow, you just treat it like it's your own hair. And I just wouldn't know that it's not your own hair. It's because I treat it like it's my own hair. So if you're someone who naturally flips it back and forth, that's who you are. Can I tell you the biggest thing that's going to give away it's a wig when you're out with people? It's going to be when you sit there with your hands totally still, the way your wig came out of the box, and you just sit there like this the whole time and you don't touch your hair. That's going to be a dead giveaway that it's not real. But if you're sitting there and you're like playing with your hair and you're like talking to people and you're like talking and flipping it around, like people are really gonna wonder. Even if they think it is a wig, they're gonna be like, wow, that might be a wig, but she's rocking that wig. That's what we want. So food for thought there. Get your hands in there and really mess around with it, play around with it. Let's talk about coolest to warmest now. Here's the caramel blonde. It's just a different blend, right? Like both are warm tones, but it's different warmth, okay? And then in comparison to the raw sugar blonde, we have quite the difference, right? Very different. And then it's going to be even bigger of a contrast with the Milkshake, because Milkshake is a lot cooler. As you can see, we have a lot of warmth and then we have a lot of cool tones. This is Malibu in the color Crushed Almond Blonde R. This is my favorite color and has been for a really long time. And it is fairly similar to the Milkshake, but not the same. Here's Milkshake. See, it's so similar. A lot of people can't even tell the difference, but there is a difference in color. Let's talk about the Crushed Almond Blonde R. We have a soft, neutral light blonde with a light and medium blended root color. So that's right here, the root color. So again, the root is not too dark. We've got a nice, beautiful blend. The root color is actually the very same as the Milkshake, and it's also the very same as the raw sugar blonde. See? Milkshake, raw sugar blonde. Malibu, again, it's a silky, soft style. It's shorter than Beverly Hills, but I would say it's fairly similar to Beverly Hills in the way that the fiber does flips, the way it naturally comes, the way it's naturally styled, and the fact that it's also layered. We have like these shorter pieces that really frame your face going all the way down. Beverly Hills had that too, except it came down longer. So that's the major difference between the two, is simply Beverly Hills is longer. Malibu does not have permatease. It sits flat. It looks like a scalp line. It's just as beautiful as the others. It's just a different style and a different color to choose from. Show you what it looks like. Again, it's very flippy. We love that. And I'll show you the hairline. If it's too thick for you going across, you can pluck out some hairs. But I can tell you, I don't have a problem with the way it looks. And I have worn these wigs out exactly like this. Like I've done nothing to them and I don't want to do anything to them and I won't do anything to them. No one knows that they're wigs. I promise you. In my job, I meet a lot of new people who didn't see me before I wore wigs. And so they don't know that I wear wigs. They don't even know I have this channel. And literally nobody knows. Like when I say nobody knows I wear wigs, I really truly mean no one knows I wear wigs. And in the business world, people actually, I'm like known as the one who has nice hair. And it's such a change from, you know, I guess what the truth really is. Underneath, I don't have this nice of hair. My hair is very thin. I have Graves' disease. That's a story for another time. This is why I initially got into wigs. And that's why I like to review wigs on my channel, that you can get away with them looking so natural and real that no one will know they're wigs, because I know how it feels to not actually have nice hair and to want nice hair, to really crave having nice hair. You know, the girls like on TikToks or Victoria's Secret models, like they get their hair done, they may have extensions, right? Wigs are just another form of extensions. So don't ever feel bad about wearing wigs. But just like as an example, like when you see these girls who have beautiful hair and then you go and look in the mirror and you feel like you don't have that, I get it. That's how I've always felt since my disease. But now that I wear wigs, I don't feel like that anymore. Now I actually love my own hair underneath and I don't have to style it. I don't have to try and like change it at all, because that always makes me feel really frustrated and really annoyed with my own hair and then make me not like it. But because I'm not dealing with my own hair anymore and I get to wear these beautiful wigs, I don't feel self-conscious about my own hair. And now I love myself more, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I know it's like a weird way of putting it, but I know a lot of people who are going to watch this video are in the same boat as me where their hair is very thin or they don't have any hair at all. And I hear you. And sometimes we just need a supportive community, which is why I want to invite you to this community that I just created. It's over on this platform called School. And a lot of us have gathered there. And it's a place where, well, you get access to me directly. So if you have issues with your wigs or you're trying to make it look more real, that's what I love to do. I love to make wigs look real. So you can just reach out to me on there and send me pictures of your issues and I can directly help you with them. You can also just come on and tell your story and talk to the other people in the community. And some ladies in the community, when they actually get their new wigs, they'll post photos of themselves in their new wigs and they have like the biggest smile. And it's such a unique way, like it's such a cool way to see how a wig looks on different face shapes and all these different hair colors. And people talk about like, oh, I really like this or I don't like this. And it's just such a great educational spot. And I'm also putting out specific episodes, kind of like a classroom on that platform that I haven't even talked about on my YouTube channel. If you're interested in any of these wigs, guys, the links for them will be down in the description of this video, as well as the link to my community on the School platform will be down there as well. And I hope that this video will help you decide and break down which color is best for you and if you want to rock one of these wigs. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and I will see you next time. Bye guys.